Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuranam, Canto 5. Actually they told me chapter 8, last verse 31, but here I am seeing the different verse. Both, I don't know. Yesterday night they told me. Okay, you can do both. Let us see. Anyway, you cannot read the verse. Anyway, this or that. Text 31 is Tasmin api kalang pratikhyamanaha sangancha vrusam udvigna atma sahachara suskaparna truna viruda vartamano mrugattang nimitta avasanameva ganayan mrugasarirang tirthodake klinnam utsurjya. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Remaining in that ashram, the great king Bharat Maharaj was now very careful not to fall victim to bad association. Without disclosing his past to anyone, he remained in that ashram and ate only dry leaves only. He was not exactly alone, for he had the association of the Super Soul. In this way, he waited for death in the body of a deer. Bathing in that holy place, he finally gave up that body. Purport. Holy places like Vrindavan, Haridwar, Prayag and Jagannath Puri are specially meant for the execution of devotional service. Vrindavan specially is the most exalted and perfected holy place for Vaisnava devotees of the Lord Krishna who are aspiring to return back to Godhead, the Vaikuntha planets. There are many devotees in Vrindavan who regularly bathe in Jamuna, and this cleans all the contaminations of their material world. By constantly chanting and hearing the holy names and pastimes of the Supreme Lord, one certainly becomes purified and becomes a fit candidate for liberation. However, if one purposefully falls victim to sense gratification, he has to be punished at least for one lifetime, like Bharat Maharaj. Then this translation of 9th chapter, 1st and 2nd verse. Srila Sukadeva Goswami continued, My dear king, after giving up the body of a deer, Bharat Maharaj took birth in a very pure Brahman family. There was a Brahmana who belonged to the destiny of Angira. He was fully qualified with Brahmanical qualifications. He could control his mind and senses, and he had studied the Vedic literatures and other subsidiary literatures. He was expert in giving charity and was always satisfied, tolerant and very gentle, learned and non-envious. He was self-realized and engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. He remained always in trance. He had 9 equally qualified sons by his first wife, and by the second wife he begot twins, a brother and a sister, of which the male child was said to be the topmost devotee and foremost of saintly kings, Bharat Maharaj. This then is the story of the birth he took after giving up the body of a deer. Purport. Bharat Maharaj was a great devotee, but he did not attain success in one life. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said that a devotee who does not fulfill his devotional duties in one life is given the chance to be born in a fully qualified Brahman family or a rich Kshatriya or Vaishya family. Suchitam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Bhrashta Vijayate. Bharat Maharaj was the firstborn son of Maharaj Rishabhdev in a rich Kshatriya family, but due to his willful negligence of his spiritual duties and his excessive attachment to an insignificant deer, he was obliged to take birth as the son of a deer. However, due to his strong position as a devotee, he was gifted with the remembrance of his past life. Being repentant, he remained in a solitary forest and always thought of Krishna. Then he was given the chance to take birth in a very good Brahman family. Om Ajnanam Timirandhasya Jnanam Jana Salakaya Chakhyurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Jita Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavansha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahaganam Raghunatham Nitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakha Nitam Sa Namong Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Sri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare Jai Krishna Jagannath Jai Vaikuntha Namadhri Jai Deva Kripa Sindho Jai Lakshmi Pate Prabho Jai Nirambuja Syama Niraji Muta Sannibha Jai Padma Dharitribhyam Nishevita Padambujam Janardana Jagata Bandho Saranagata Palaka Tvam Dasa 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 Dasanam Dasatvam Dehime Prabho Dasatvam Dehime Prabho. So we are hearing the story of Maharaj Bharat, how he became a deer, and now in this present discussion, how he is completing the course of a deer body and attaining another Brahman body. So Bharat Maharaj was not an ordinary person like us. He was the eldest son of Rishabhdev, who was one of the incarnation of the Supreme Lord, Rishabhdev Bhagavan. And Rishabhdev himself used to tell all of his sons, rest 99 sons, they are all elevated. Some of them are the Navajogindras, they are not ordinary. To all of them, Rishabhdev used to tell that if you want to have any clearance of your doubt regarding spiritual matter, please consult the elder brother, Bharat Maharaj. He is as qualified as me. He is self-realized. He is very advanced. That is the opinion of the incarnation of the Lord Rishabhdev himself. Just imagine. And Bharat Maharaj, as the eldest of the son, he became the king of the whole world, Sasagara Dhara. And at his youth, he left all the kingdom, his relatives, wives, sons, opulence, everything is mentioned the particular word in Bhagavatam, Malavat, just like we are clearing our stool, toilet. When we are passing stool, we never regret, we never repent, we will lose a half kilo weight or 1 kilo weight we lose. We never regret like that. As soon as we flash it over. Like that, Bhagavatam said he gave up the family attachment and opulence, everything exactly Malavat. Such a renounced person. He went to jungle to practice devotional service. And he was doing that very seriously. But somehow or other, he saw the event that the mother deer jumping over the canal and he died, and the Sadyajat Sisu, the baby deer, was floating over in the water. Nobody was there, he was only there, he saw the incident. Out of his Daya Swabhav, he went and rescued that deer, and because nobody is there, no mother, no father of that deer, so he started to take care of that baby deer. And from there attachment starts. And so much so that in the next life he accepts a deer body. But because he was engaged in his past life in devotional service, by the grace of Lord Vasudeva, he could remember his past life in the form of deer also. And he was repenting, he was contemplating about his past life. Why this thing happened to me? This is my foolishness or what? Whatever, we may say like that, but definitely a devotee in the caliber of Bharat Maharaj will never become a victim of Maya just by his prarabdha karma, just because of prarabdha. No. Definitely it is because of the will of the Supreme Lord. He wants to teach the bogus persons like us. So how to teach? So he has to teach through his own person, through his own devotee. So he used Bharat Maharaj to teach us. Just like in a common family, we used to see that the senior old woman, the mother-in-law, used to teach to the new-come Bahu, the daughter-in-law. So she cannot blame directly to her. She will chastise or blame to his daughter. And in this way, she will teach lesson to the daughter-in-law. Similarly, the Lord, he wants to teach us. So he cannot teach us directly. So he will take help of his own person. Bharat Maharaj is his own person, he is Nijajana. So he used him to teach us that at the stage of Bhava, even at the stage of Bhava Bhakti, even at the stage of such a highly elevated position, if you stay alone and just because of mercy, Daya is a vritti of a Sattva Guna. This is the result. He became a deer, he got attached. He got attracted by the deer and he became a deer. And in this deer form he is repenting, and in this chapter it said that he became so serious. In the form of a deer, he left his family, left his mother, left the birthplace, Kalanjar mountain. He left that place and walk. In the form of deer, he walk, he knows the way, all the way to the Ganduki river, that Pulastha ashram, on the border of Nepal, there in Himalayas. This Pulastha ashram, in his last life, he was practicing his devotional service and he went to that place. But this time he was very, very alert and careful. He was staying alone. But in this verse it is not Asanga Atma Sahachara. Atma Sahachara means he was taking the help of the Atma. Prabhupada is saying not Atma, the super soul. We should always be rest assured that whenever we are staying alone, we are not alone. We are always accompanied by the super soul. We should be very much assured with this fact. He is there Always, if we want to take guidance from him, he is there ready to give us guidance. Atma Sahachara. Who is taking always guidance from the super soul. He is called Atma Sahachara. Though he outwardly looks that he is staying alone, but he is not always alone. He is always with the super soul. He is guiding Atma Sahachara. And in that form, he was practicing austerity and doing penance, not eating the green grass even, dry leaves and dry grass. He went to the solitary place and to the Tirtha. Tirtha place, he said Tirthodakam. Ganduki Jala is not ordinary thing, Salagram place. The whole area is full of Salagram Sila. We know, we have this temple, we have deity, we purchase deity from Loi market, and unless and until you do Prana Pratishtha, this is just idol. We have to do Prana Pratishtha for the deity, then we can consider him as Lord. But in the case of Salagrama stone, they are not ordinary stone. No need of Prana Pratishtha. They are itself always Supreme Lord. No need to do anything. No need of Pratishtha, nothing. By itself they are Supreme Lord himself is there in the form of Salagrama. And where so many Salagrama Grama, so many form of Supreme Lords are there. And Ganduki river, Tulasi and Salagram both are there, as Salagram and Ganduki. And not only that, many Pulaha, Pulasthi and many other highly elevated personality, Rishi, Maharshi was there doing bhajan kirtan. Such a purified place, Tirtha, he was there. And performing austerities. And waiting to complete his course of dear form of life. Yes. Somehow or other, by the grace of Lord, he could understand what was the mistake in his last birth. And this birth, he should not repeat it. He should to rectify it. That's why he is very much alert. Similarly, by the grace of Lord and Prabhupada, we all, by reading the Shastras, we also understood what is the cause of our suffering. Krishna bhuli sei jeev bhogavancha kare, ateva maya tare japatiya dhare. Forgetfulness of our relations with the Supreme Lord is the only cause of our suffering in this life. We know this fact by the grace of the Guru and Krishna. But what are we doing? And by their mercy, we come to the supreme spiritual Tirtha place, the Vrindavan. Prabhupada mentioned some of the Tirthas, and he said the supreme one is the Vrindavan. Somehow or other, by their grace, we came to Vrindavan Dham, joined their association, their society. Still, we are not contemplating, we are not repenting regarding our cause of suffering. Rather, in the guise of a devotee, we are searching for finding out a comfort zone to enjoy separately. Isn't it? See the comparison. In the body of a deer, we are in the body of a human being. And he got the information that why he became a deer. And we got the information in the human body that why we are suffering. And he started immediately become so careful, so alert. He leave his family, leave his home, leave his everything and went to Pulastha ashram and doing severe austerity. Similarly, by the grace of Sadhu Guru, somehow or other we come to understand what is our position and why we are suffering, and we also left somehow or other come here, but what we are doing here. And even in the form of a deer, he performs severe austerities alone, fully dependent on the super soul, and waiting for the time that when this dear body will complete. And when that time came, he went inside the water of Ganduki, up to his neck, and remembering and chanting the glories of Lord, he left his body. In Bhagavad Gita, the formula is given, jam jam vapi smaran bhava tyajanti ante kalevaram tam tam eveti konteya tada sadbhava bhavita. That if a person, any entity, at the time of death, whatever consciousness he will have, he will maintain to that consciousness. So, he will gain that consciousness. So, here we are seeing that in the form of a deer, Maharaj Bharat was very, very alert and know particularly. And at the time of death, he was meditating in the water of Ganduki, in the Tirtha, Pulha Ashram area, and meditating a lot, and he left his body. So why he took a birth again? He should have go directly promoted, isn't it? Many places we also know that in Tirtha, if some devotee could not perform, could not complete his devotional career, Suchitam Srimatam Gehe, then he has to come back again and will get another chance to complete his course. But in Tirtha also, Prabhupada mentioned many places that those who are dogs, hogs and monkeys, even in Vrindavan, the elevated personality Goswami Chandra, if they do commit some mistake, they will come in this body and they will complete their suffering, and they will, in their next birth, they will come back to Godhead. But okay, this is the way to say, but the reality we can understand. They have to take another suitable body to perform devotional service. That means they are attained the perfection. That is the thing. So, here we see in the form of a deer, Bharat Maharaj performed all kind of devotional service what a deer can do. Actually, only human form can perform devotional service nicely. No other body they can do, no other species. But Bharat Maharaj was so powerful and elevated in the form of a deer also. He could do the same thing. But then why then he attained another form as a Brahmana? And we are seeing the description in this verse that he became a son of a Brahmana. That Brahmana was not ordinary person. He was a self-realized person, fully equipped of all qualities of a perfect Brahmana. And being a son of that Brahmana, such a elevated, self-realized Brahmana, but why he from the birth, he played a role of a dumb. Was dumb, he cannot speak. He was hearing everything, seeing everything, understanding everything, but he was not speaking. Even the family members, the father and son, they thought that our son he has no power to speak. He's a dumb. But that was not the fact. He has very much power to speak. He could speak very nicely, but he was playing the role from the birth. It is said, will come the narration again, that his father, that elevated self-realized Brahmana, was trying to teach him the Gayatri mantra, that this boy, he cannot speak, how he will maintain his life. So he was very worried, the father. He was teaching him. But he took many, many months and he could not success in his teaching. And Bharat Maharaj, finally when he started speaking, he was saying what to do. My father was such an unfortunate soul that he left his body among all the household members in the house only. That is his bad fortune. He was trying to teach me many, many months, but I know everything from my last birth. What he will teach me? Nothing there to learn again. I was careful enough. So I was not speaking, not learning. but knowing everything. Very curious that he didn't speak at all in his father and mother, in brother, in family, no here. And almost up to his middle age, maybe almost 30, 35 also years, he was not uttering a word. Everybody knowing that he is a dumb. Many situations come, even in one place, the scheduled caste, scheduled type fellows, they took him to give Bali, to give him in sacrifice in the front of the goddess Kali. And there the whole village people get together and a big festival there, they want to give sacrifice to him. And he was fearless. They are giving, he was eating without a tinge of fear. And what happened? When they are going to chop his head, nothing happened. The Kali manifest from that deity form, manifests herself and take out the sword from their hand and chop all their heads. So many murder happened in the very spot in front of him. What kind of devotee? He should have little mercy, but very, very careful. Mercy is dangerous. Because of that mercy, he became a deer again. Now he is very careful. He didn't utter a word even. In front of him, many persons, they are killed. Their head got cut by Kali. He didn't say anything. He left that place and wandering in the forest. And when King Rahugana engaged him in his palukin as a palukin carrier and started chastising him, then he started speaking. Why? I don't know in Bhagavatam this mystery, but one saintly person was telling me, I don't know whether there is some evidence or not, I don't know. But he was telling that this is the responsibility of a spiritual master. Janme Janme Guru Sai. He said, Bharat Maharaj, when he was a king, before that, he had a disciple, serious one. Somehow or other he heard. So that's why he went to forest and he recognized this deer was his disciple. So he accepted him and keep him under his control. But that deer got his association for some time, then he again left. And Bharat Maharaj also became deer to search him. And then that deer became a king, became Rahugana. Then he said, who became a king, so how to save him? I have to become a Brahmin then. Because king will not, king will respect a Brahmana as his master. So he became Brahmana, was searching for him and found out in the middle of the forest and started speaking. And that's it, that is the last path. Both of them may go away. Responsibility. And so we can see that in this particular verse, in the form of a deer, Bharat Maharaj was doing penance and doing that kind of activities that even we cannot think of to do. So sometimes we are ignoring the other species. Oh, that's dogs, hogs, deer, what they will do. Only human beings, they are sadhus, they can do something. Not that. We should not be very careless to them, neglectful to them. We don't know in this body who is there. Especially in the tirthas, in the spiritual places. All the ordinary living entities, they are not ordinary. They may be outwardly, we can see them ordinary. Hogs, deers like that, but they are not. Who knows? In their past life, who are they? There is a story in Chaitanya Charitamrita Antalila. Sivananda Sen, each year he used to take a big group of devotees from Bengal towards Puri in this Chaturmas. They will attend Rath Jatra and stay there for 4 months, take association of Mahaprabhu, and they will come back. And he was a big rich person, Jamidar. So he used to become the temple commander, the trip commander. So he will take the trip and will give them facility for staying and eating and all kinds of taking care of the tolls, all these things. So one time he was going, somehow or other one dog, unknown dog, strict dog, that dog was not a pet dog of Sivananda Sen, but somehow or other he joined to the team. And he started walking with them. The big group, few hundreds of them, devotees were going. Sivananda Swami was taking, he was the only in charge. He had some assistants with him. And the dog joined with the party. Then other devotees said, this dog, but Sivananda said, no, let him come. He wants to come with the group, let him come. And he was taking personally care of the dog. He will make sure that dog is getting his proper food and is getting a place to sleep. Not giving him a attached bathroom kamra, not like that, but something. At least he should get his place to sleep and eat and all that. One time, in the border of Orissa and Bengal, the Subarnarekha river, the big river is there. So there, at that time there was no bridge. They have to cross over the river, huge wide river, through the boat. So the boatman, he said, I am not going to take this dog in my boat. My boat is a sacred boat. I am not going to take this dog in my boat. You can come. It is for human being, not for dogs. And Sivananda requested that boatman, please, he is one of our team member, please allow him. No, not possible. So all the saintly persons, they crossed over the river. Sivananda alone stayed, and he started bargaining. Somehow or other, the boatman agreed, if you reserved the whole boat only for that dog, then all. At that time he was paying per head 20 paisa to cross that river. But he paid, it is mentioned, he paid 200 rupees for that dog. And he reserved the whole boat for that dog alone, and take him across the river. And across the river, all the devotees are already came before, and he stayed, it get late. So he arranged where to stay and prasadam, everything. So they were eating and all that. Sivananda came little late, and he sent the dog. But the assistant, the servants of Sivananda Sen, they neglected the dog, they didn't give him the prasadam plate to him. So dog was fasting. So Sivananda came late night, the dog became neglected, they never gave him prasadam, so the dog left the party. That night he left the party. Sivananda came at late night, and he started searching for the dog without taking prasadam, without going to his room to stay. Late night he started searching, where is the dog, where is the dog? I don't know. Oh, have you given him prasadam today or not? I said, no. We forget because he came late, so Pangat was already started, so he didn't keep any prasad plate for that dog. So I don't know, we have not given today prasadam to him. Oh, he said, I am not going to eat. Go and find out that dog. First I will feed him, then I will eat. So he sent few of his assistants to search over the whole night. They searched, they could not find. Sivananda, somehow or other, he didn't eat. He kept fasting that night. He slept fasting. Next morning he got up and started searching about the dog. But he could not find. Everybody became astonished. What happened? He was there very much with us. What happened? Where he went? Okay. They could not find. So all the way they came to reach Puri. They met Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu embraced them, welcomed them, everybody. They went to Jagannath temple, come and have prasadam. Next day morning, when all of them they get together to have a discussion with Mahaprabhu, they saw that before they arrived, in front of Mahaprabhu, little few meters away, 1-2 meters away, that very dog is sitting in front of Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu is playfully throwing some coconuts. What do you say? The white substance inside the coconut. So he was throwing him and telling, chant Ram Krishna Hari, chant Ram Krishna Hari. Mahaprabhu was telling, and the dog was catching that coconut Mahaprabhu is throwing, jumping and catching that, and Ram Krishna Hari and eating. All these devotees, they saw that the very dog. When Sivananda saw that the dog is sitting in front of Mahaprabhu and eating from prasadam from him and chanting in front of the whole assembly, he went immediately ahead and offered his prostrated obeisances to the lotus feet of that dog in front of Mahaprabhu and beg excuse from him. I don't know the dog blessed him or not. But it is mentioned, and the next day they could not find. He went back. So we cannot just concoct ourselves, speculate, no, he's a dog, this, that, no. We can't say anything. Who could say that? They are the associates, the group, the members of the group of Sivananda Sen, they are all elevated devotees. They are not ordinary, they are all Chaitanya Parikaras. But they could not recognize their dog. They neglect him. Only Sivananda Sen could recognize. And Mahaprabhu could recognize. If they could not recognize, what to speak as a bogus fellow like us? So when we are staying in a spiritual place like Vrindavan, the Supreme One, how much alert, how much careful we should be for our activities, what we are doing, and about our behavior to all other entities, not only human being, to even a small insects. What to speak of dog, hogs and monkeys. Very, very careful. Just by outward nature, by their external form, we just cannot decide who is he, who are they. Not possible. So, the conclusion that to attain the spiritual perfection, first thing we have to be very, very serious. To become serious, the most compatible body is the human body. We can attend Bhagavatam class, we can do kirtan, we can serve the Lord, do what not. But if by chance we get some other body like a deer, hog, dogs, then also, like the dog in the party of Sivananda Sen, like the deer in the form of deer in Bharat Maharaj, even in that insignificant form, beast form, they were performing devotional service in their status, staying alone. So if a deer can perform devotional service and be so serious, and at the time of death, he could understand that my time has come already, and he went inside the water and meditated Lord and leave his body. If he could become so serious and he will attain one more body as the son of Brahmana, then he have to perform pure devotional service, then go away. So we can just think what a course of action we have to go through. I don't know how many Prabhupada in this purpose particular. If somebody purposefully neglecting the spiritual activities, doing some mistake, victim to Maya, then at least he has to be punished for one lifetime. Punishment for one lifetime. But in the course of punishment, if he cannot rectify us, the goal of punishment is to get rectification, to get the understanding. Is not it? But we are enjoying in the punishment. Yes. We are all getting punishment, but we are thinking we are enjoying. This punishment body position is for our enjoyment. We are trying to enjoy. This enjoying mood, mentality, Prabhupada used to say always, to lord over the material energy is the disease of all of us. This enjoying, separately enjoyment mentality from Krishna. So that is the cause of our suffering. So, in this page of Bhagavatam, in this discussion, by hearing the activities of the deer, the Bharat Maharaj in the form of deer, and then in the next life he is getting a birth of a body of a Brahman, and how much seriousness he is performing, he is doing, what kind of action he is doing, how much alert he is. So if we compare the duties, then we can find out then how many lifetimes we have to go through. But if we try to simply follow the simple instructions of sadhu and guru, once, this is a fact, Prabhupada was speaking, he said, if you follow the 4 regulative principles seriously and chant 16 rounds nicely and try to do some service, whatever is assigned to you, then in this very lifetime, you will go back to Godhead. One gentleman raised his finger. Prabhupada, I have a doubt. What? How it is possible? I heard from Shastras that the big personalities performing austerities, tapasya for many years. And they could not attain the Bhagavad Dham, the goal of success of life. So we are so fallen souls. You are saying just by doing this simple, following the 4 regulative principles, chanting 16 rounds and doing some service, that's it. We will go back to Godhead in this lifetime. Janam kari sadhana karahi ante Ram naam avatana. Practicing even for life after life, they are unable to go. And you are telling in this very lifetime. So Prabhupada said, so what do you think? Do you think I am cheating you? No. Then he became very fearful. No. But it is very difficult to understand for me. Prabhupada said, so, yes, the fact is that you all are not at all qualified to go back to Godhead. Not at all. But if you try to follow these simple instructions given by me seriously, then I have the backdoor key of the Godhead. I will take you personally from the backdoor, I will push you inside. That is my job, my responsibility, if you follow these simple things only. So we cannot become so serious like Bharat Maharaj. That is not possible. We cannot imagine, cannot dream even. But that is at least possible if we seriously and sincerely try to follow and execute the instructions and orders of our Acharya. Then the assurance is there. By their help, by their special mercy, it is possible that in this lifetime you can attain the goal of life. Hare Krishna. Any question? Yes.